4th seed Naomi Osaka has decided to withdraw from her 2020 Western and Southern Open match in response to the senseless shooting and paralyzation of Jacob Blake. For those who aren't aware, according to the Wall Street Journal, on Sunday evening, Kenosha police were called to Mr. Blake's home after a caller said that he had taken some keys and was refusing to give them back, according to 911 radio traffic captured by Broadcastify. Ben Crump, the attorney representing Mr. Blake's family, has said Mr. Blake was helping to de-escalate the situation when officers initially used a stun gun on him, and that Mr. Blake was walking away from police to check on his children who were in the car when he was shot. Osaka officially announced her withdrawal in a statement on Twitter reading, "As a black woman, I feel as though there are much more important matters at hand that need immediate attention rather than watching me play tennis. I don't expect anything drastic to happen with me not playing, but if I can get a conversation started in a majority white sport, I consider that a step in the right direction. Watching the continued genocide of black people at the hand of the police is honestly making me sick to my stomach. I'm exhausted of having a new hashtag pop up every few days, and I'm extremely tired of having this same conversation over and over again. When will it ever be enough?" Seemingly in response to Osaka's statement, the tournament has paused play on today, Thursday, and published this statement. As a sport, tennis is collectively taking a stance against racial inequality and social injustice that once again has been thrust to the forefront in the United States. The USTA, ATP Tour, and WTA have decided to recognize this moment in time by pausing tournament play at the Western and Southern Open on Thursday, August 27th. Play will resume on Friday, August 28th. I'm not sure if this pause in play changes Naomi's decision, but regardless, this very effort by the tournament was enacted by her, and I'm just very proud. I still don't believe she'll play her semifinal against Mertens because this will still weigh heavy on her mind and heart on Friday. Some figures in tennis have come out in support of Osaka, as Andy Murray on his IG story saluted the world number 10 on her stance. Frenchwoman Elise Mertens tweeted, "Deepest respect, Naomi Osaka. You are a true leader." Semi-finalist Milos Raonic said, "A lot of us are from different parts of the world, but we come here to the US to play every year. Probably close to 1/3 of our tournaments might be here. A 1/3 of the big ones are here. We should do the right thing to support this inequality and unfair, unjust behavior." And of course, arguably the biggest champion for equal rights in tennis, Billie Jean King, tweeted a message in support of Naomi's decision. Naomi received a lot of praise for her decision, but was also met with people saying that she should stick to tennis and that she would have lost anyways. To be honest, I was expecting this from Naomi, because after many NBA and MLB players boycotted their games, I felt that tennis was next and Naomi would be the one to start it. After the deaths of Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and Ahmaud Arbery, both Osaka and Coco Gauff were very outspoken and attended protests themselves. Coincidentally, Osaka just did an interview with Wall Street Journal where she explains why she spoke out during the quarantine and the challenges she's had to overcome. "I hate when random people say athletes shouldn't get involved with politics and just entertain. Firstly, this is a human rights issue. Secondly, what gives you more right to speak than me? By that logic, if you work at IKEA, you are only allowed to talk about furniture?" When talking about this in relation to Japan, she continued to say, "I'm just trying to put out a platform for all the Japanese people that look like me and live in Japan, and when they go out to a restaurant they get handed an English menu, even though it's just a little microaggression," she said. The two-time slam champ later recalled an incident when she was a girl and playing against a Japanese opponent. She was talking with another Japanese girl, and they didn't know that I was listening or that I spoke Japanese. Her friend asked her who she was playing, so she said Osaka, and her friend says, "Oh, that black girl? Is she supposed to be Japanese?" And then the girl that I was playing was like, "I don't think so." I remember that specifically because, yeah, I sometimes feel a lot of people think that way about me. The issues of America don't really translate that well in Japan, so sometimes they do blackface and things like that, and it's a bit ignorant. It's not really a hate thing, she said. I personally commend Naomi and the other athletes doing this because it truly can change so much. Innocent people are losing their lives to law enforcement at an abnormal rate, and it's almost becoming normalized. These athletes and sport pausing not only shines light on these injustices even more, but reiterates the fact that there are more important things than athletics. Naomi said it herself, she couldn't have even played her match to her full capabilities as it makes her exhausted and sick to her stomach. Once again, as she said herself, there are bigger things in the world than sport and tennis. As John Lewis said, we must participate in necessary good and trouble in order to see the change we're striving for.